My name is Kyle Rawlinson, and this story really isn't about me. It's more about my neighbors, and the story's about love and family, but in your older years.
Well, my name is George H. Eman Jr. I'm 83. I'll be 84 this coming August.
I'm Louise Eman. My first name's Helen, but I don't tell people what I go by Louise Eman. My birthday is July 29, 27. And what else would you like to know?
I drove my car by their house after a day when there was a big rainstorm, and I asked them if they needed any help, so I helped them clean out their basement and tried to salvage some of their boxes and their goods. And they had me throw away a box, and I looked inside the box, and it was Super 8. It was a box full of like 20 Super 8s, and I asked them if I could watch them, and they said, yeah, sure, as long as I return them. And it's been 4 months now.
It's probably been 15 years since we looked at it.
Yeah, it's old-fashioned now.
There's probably some pictures of Puerto Rico when we lived there, and going to the officers' club.
I don't even know where it is, do you?
Sure, but I don't think I want to sit through 6 hours of that. Yes, I like these. Louise is she could look at this stuff all day long. Well, once I see it, bang, I'm kind of through with it. But Louise goes back and she likes this kind of stuff. Old movies, old pictures, so on and so forth.
I plan to show them these reels, and it should be a rewarding experience both for them and for me to kind of bring back to life images of their family that they haven't seen, and bring back to life people in their family that they haven't seen.
The most tragic thing that has ever happened in my whole life, and George will say the same thing, was when we lost our 19-year-old son. That was something that I didn't think I would ever be able to smile again.
That was in 1980, and Brian was 19 and a half years old. He was about to start his second year of college, but on August the 3rd, he left this life.
This was the worst thing that any parent should ever have to go through.
Brian, we read a family picnic. Our oldest daughter's son's business, and Brian got out of the car, and anyway, he crossed the river right down here where we live, and they were putting in some power lines back there, and there was a storm, and some of the lines came back down, and he was going to cross the river, but he slipped and his hand hit a power line. And he was accidentally electrocuted.
Took us 2 days to find him, in the middle of August.
He died August 3rd, but they said August 5th. That's when they found him. I can usually talk about Brian. Sometimes they break up, but when people mention Brian, it makes our day. He's still with us.
He'll always be with us.
As far as our lives, I'm very happy and satisfied with the life that we've had together these 61 years, with the exception of losing our son Brian. To live it over again would be just fine with me. I don't look for big things, just happiness, good health, and having our children around.
But we never fell out of love, did we?
No.